Sometimes you'll just look over and make eye contact with an animal, and then you just kind of know, which is, it's the great thing about animals. I think a lot of people say, we don't choose them, they choose us. And I think that happens quite a lot with an animal. They'll just kind of look you in the eye and you instantly fall in love.
This week, LCTV has puppy fever. In Brewster, at the Animal Rescue League of Boston, Mike DeFina and the rest of the staff are finding forever homes for rescue pups coming to Cape Cod. Edie, who's deaf, was only 8 weeks old when she and 9 other dogs were evacuated from Florida to Brewster just one day before Hurricane Milton hit.
Because they're young, they're very excitable, they're still transitioning to being here on Cape Cod. I mean, they came all those miles from Florida in a van. So, it's taken a little bit for them to settle in. But really what we've seen so far is behaviorally, they're wonderful dogs. They love attention. And, we think they'll transition really well once they get into their new homes and have Cape Cod as a new playground.
This happy-go-lucky species create deep bonds with their humans. Dr. Taylor Kirby Madden, one of Massachusetts' very few dog psychiatrists or veterinary behaviorists, reassures us that dogs love us as much as we love them.
Dogs and puppies, or humans and puppies, when they gaze in each other's eyes, they will actually have mutual oxytocin release, just like between parents and babies. That's wild. That's wild. So we love each other the same way. We love dogs because they are kind of like children to us, and dogs love us because we're kind of like parents to them.
And forget about the tough love. If you want your dog to be well behaved,
come on, you can do it. I know you can.
Positive reinforcement is key.
Good girl.
Alpha theory, dominance theory, has largely been debunked as the social organization of dogs. Dogs are scavengers, so they have these loosey-goosey social affiliations where they get along with anyone, and sure, as long as there's enough food to go around, they're kind of fine with that. They don't spend time jostling for position. And for years and years and years, I think that was a belief that we humans had sort of developed about dogs, is that, well, there's an alpha. Dogs are trying to be alpha over us, and we have to be pretty forceful to keep them down in their place.
So if there's no alpha hierarchy, who are we to dogs?
Dogs really appear to view us as big, weird parents. And I think, because they're so scent-driven and we are so not, I think that they think we're kind of dumb a little bit about that stuff. But they love us anyway. So I'm not saying that dogs think that we're dogs, and I don't think dogs think that they're humans. I don't think they care. We have the same role. So we are kind of parental figures. Yep. So anyone who feels like, gosh, I love my dog like I love a child, or who calls their dog their child, they've been shamed. There's quite a bit of shame, especially in some dog training communities, about people using that kind of labeling. But as it turns out, that, of course, we're using that terminology because that's what it feels like. That's normal. That is actually, it's fitting into the brain sort of framework for which we've been designed to have social relationships. So it's okay. You can call yourself your pet parent.
Adopting a dog from a shelter often means you won't know what breed it is. But according to Dr. Kirby Madden, breed doesn't actually predict behavior. But there are a couple of other things to keep in mind before you go and fall in love with those puppy eyes.
If you're looking at a shelter dog and you have kids, or you have elderly parents, or you have a household where you have a lot of people coming in and out, you want to be looking for a dog who is not fearful, who is bold enough to be wiggling and waggling and walking up to unfamiliar people. If you're a first-time dog owner, my recommendation is typically try to adopt a dog that is older. So a socially mature dog between the ages of 2 and 4 years of age. They're not likely to surprise you with a bunch of new behaviors as they grow up. That is not true for puppies. Puppies can grow into fearfulness, can grow into aggression. Granted, if you have a roly-poly, happy-go-lucky, never met anyone he didn't love kind of puppy, the chances are pretty darn good they're going to grow up to be the same kind of adult. But you can't guarantee it. But, you can't guarantee anything. It's behavior.
So all of you with fur babies at home, remember, you are unconditionally loved as a big, weird, kind of dumb, parent.